We have just seen rushes direct from Hollywood of pictures being released in the coming weeks. And we are proud to announce that this theater will soon bring you the greatest array of pictures ever to reach our screen. You'll see the finest stars in exciting performances. You'll thrill to the suspense, comedy, romance, and drama of world-famous stories. Here's a glimpse of a few of them coming to this theater soon.
He goes, brilliant observation. That's why you're the top of my class here, Jamie. Glad you're along. Let's get back to the hotel.
Okay. While you guys are walking and having this conversation, at the very peak of your last cutting retort, you hear shotguns going off again.
Which direction? The gas station?
It sounds like the gas station.
Yeah, I take a look at Jamie and we just scurry faster to the hotel.
Motel.
They're in trouble,
Okay.
though. They gave me this weapon, but it sounds like they're in trouble.
Listen,
We should still try
we're
to help them.
rapidly.
That's what you went out there to do, Professor, wasn't it?
Listen, didn't you read your Charles Darwin? We're rapidly approaching the moment of survival of the fittest, and I'm getting the impression it's going to very quickly be every person for themselves. So,
Oh,
tough
that's
it up.
not right. We're in America, and we all come together for every single event, definitely, and have absolutely nothing tearing us.
Oh, it came from Mulberry Street, huh?
He goes.
We
He
have
goes.
to stand together. I have to go help them. It's the right thing to do.
Let's gather everyone together before we start making any brass decisions.
Okay, you, uh, here, Professor, and I'll go ahead and hand you the shotgun. I'll go and grab everyone, and maybe we can go out there together.
Well, everyone's at the hotel.
Motel.
Right, you're going to the
Motel.
gas
Motel.
station.
Sorry.
I'll see you there, and I fly off.
All right.
I take a look at him. I take a look at the shotgun, and I take a look at the shot, and once again like another shotgun blast, I assume goes off in the distance. And I happen to look back, and I'm just like, yeah, I turn around, walk towards the gas station.
Actually, it's more like the shotgun blasts go off in quick succession, and maybe you hear one more, and then nothing.
And then I check to make sure this shotgun is loaded. And I walk on down the road towards the gas station.
Okay. Back at the motel, Lori and gang, you hear, like, it's eerily silent other than the bugs, of course, because it's the loud chirping of insects and whatnot. In the distance, because I'm assuming that you all are having this awkward silence between you. Because y'all don't seem like big talkers in this group.
Yeah, so we can't listen to the radio or anything like that.
Right. I just mean the motel group is a rather... Clara is on the bed, unconscious. Still, Clevin is sitting on the edge of the box spring, still one arm across his chest, another arm holding the shotgun by its, by its barrel. And just sitting there in silence. The alligator lady is just watching everybody in the room. I don't know. You're probably just sitting there as well, I assume.
Yeah, I'm twitching nervously because I can't sleep because we have to wait like 9 hours for help to arrive.
I thought it was the drugs.
That too.
In the silence of the night, you can hear the sound of loud thumping coming from outside. The assumed sound of flesh against meat. Flesh against pavement. Flesh against meat. I don't know what the hell that would be.
Oh, I'll look out the window.
It doesn't seem to be coming from straight ahead. The only direction a window can look.
In other words, yeah, we hear sounds coming from outside, but not anywhere we can see.
And they sound like they're getting louder.
Yeah.
A reasonable assumption could be footsteps. Footsteps.
Could be footsteps.
Feet against pavement, rather.
All right. Well, we'll wait to see if they come knock on the door.
Yeah, if you just stay in the room. Actually, give me a roll of speed and evasion. If you're trying to hide in the room.
Oh, hell yeah.
And not be noticed. I'll
Well,
just make your roll blanket for the entire group.
Oh, yeah, there's all these other losers in here. I have 2 successes. For some reason, I'm good at this.
2 successes is good enough because, well, you know what? Hold on, this guy probably is looking for people.
I could burn 1 success to give everybody else an extra die. Or give somebody an extra die. But anyway, 2 successes.
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
what happened?
Hold on.
Everybody turn off all the lights.
No chance. You see, running past the front of the motel is... Oh, sorry, I am on the right there. This giant of a polar bear goes just running past. He is wearing the tatters of a shirt. He is covered in blood. He doesn't seem to be wearing shoes, and he is just running full speed down the road. Same polar bear that you remember having seen yelling at the professor at the Last Chance gas station.
I'm gonna regret this. I'm gonna go outside and call to him. Hey.
Yeah, he's going to stop for a second to look back at you, look around himself. He looks terrified, by the way, and he just runs full clip to your door.
Come over here. We can help.
That's right. He runs full clip towards your door.
Oh, he comes towards us?
Oh yeah, no. If nothing stops him, he is going to barrel right through the door and probably slam into something because he's like full tilt all the way forwards.
I'll get the hell out of his way.
Yeah, he just goes crashing into the room, slams into the desk, bounces off of it, hits the wall, lands on the floor. He's panting heavily, crazed look on his face.
I close the door. I'll say, everybody watch the door. Hey, buddy, are you all right? I'm going to try and calm him down by reasoning with him.
What is the resistance to a reason stat?
Reason is resisted by mind, will, and negotiation.
Okay. All right. He slowly begins calming down. He's hyperventilating.
Now, while I'm talking to him, doesn't a monster bust in the door and kill everybody?
No. Well, I mean, if he does, he's so stealthy about it, you don't notice.
Wow. That is sneaky.
It's Hellraiser levels of stealth.
Okay, here, take some of these, and I give him some drugs.
I mean, he might be calming down, but he's not like that level of, okay, whatever you say. Like,
it's also the 60s, so if I give him some downers, he might take them.
Yeah, he doesn't take the downers.
All right, some rich guy you are.
He's not. Okay. Anyway, he calms down from his hyperventilating, but he like pushes his giant ass self back into a corner, and like grips himself by the knees, and says, "It killed everyone. Everyone's dead. I barely got out of it."
Wow. What was it? What killed everybody?
Some creature. I don't know. It just tore them apart. Bullets just bounced off of it. We shot it. The owner had a bunch of guns in the cellar. We shot it with everything we had. It just bounced off. She's dead. Everyone's dead.
Shh. It's okay. We sent some people to go get help. We'll be fine.
That's what we thought too. We barricaded ourselves inside. I don't know. I fight for a living, man. I tear people apart with my hands in the ring. I couldn't do nothing against it. He starts crying.
You sure you don't want to take some of these?
I mean, he just starts crying. He's like head in his knees. He's covered himself up completely.
if he's a professional boxer in the 60s, I'm sure he's no stranger to painkillers.
He is. It's not that he's no stranger to painkillers. He's just shutting out the world.
Okay.
He was running in a. I mean, the camera would have tried to encompass this as best possible. He was running down
Right.
the street in such a panic, like terrified, no mind to him. He was just running, and then you brought him back as like, oh my god, that's another living person. And now that he's has a moment to collect himself and realize what's happened, he's shut down. There's nothing left.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bad sign. Well, if it's bulletproof, then this is all gonna be a big joke. Starting to, but actually, there's no such thing as monsters. Whatever it is, they probably just missed, or it's somebody in some kind of flak jacket or something like that. But whatever it is, it has them spooked. So I don't know. Maybe the Russians are invading.
All right. I think also now is a good time for Jamie to arrive on scene. I believe you were going to the motel, right?
Yeah. I arrive, I like actively hear people talking. I run in, it's like, oh my gosh, everyone, we have to get up to the gas station right now. I think they're under attack. The professor's going there right now. I think if we all go together, maybe we can scare it off.
Are you crazy?
Well, I mean, what are we going to do? Just let them all die?
We're not like it's some. What do you think is going on here? We need to like, you know, get the police or the army or something. Like, who do you think we are? We're a bunch of like, college students, and I don't know what he is. I say, pointing at the leading guy, and I don't know how to shoot a gun or anything like that.
Oh, I mean, neither do I, but we can't just stand around and do nothing. The people over at the gas station are going to die if we don't go rescue them now.
We need to go get the police, and we already sent Taylor into uh, freaking 30 miles into town.
I like how you just had the conversation. You're not just pointing out the obvious to me.
Uh, what, the polar bear guy?
I'm saying we need to rescue the people at the gas station. The polar bear just arrived and said they're all dead.
Oh, yeah, he's right over there. You can't miss him.
Wait, you're here. What
Oh
about
yeah, he's
everyone
from
else there?
Oh, that's right. You're from the gas station. Yeah, everyone in the gas station's dead.
Oh my gosh! And I sent the professor there. I
And
gotta
then
go catch him.
scene transition wife. Professor to arrive at the gas station. You see what Jamie had seen before, where you see the cattle lady slumped over in the front seat of the car, not moving. You see Scooter hunched over against the wall of the gas station. There are splashes of red all over the place. It is eerily quiet.
Okay, so I have the shotgun out in front of me, like swiveling in every direction. I walk over to the store area and I see if there are any survivors.
So you walk up to the front door or the window. What's your walking up to where?
I walk up to the window first to look in.
Okay. You look in. It is pitch black inside because it's even darker in there than it is out here, especially with no power for lights or anything.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll make my way towards the door. Is it open or closed?
It is open.
All right, so I'll make my way over to the door and I'll whisper in. Is anybody in there?
As you go to whisper, you feel like you don't feel you hear a little noise as you step in front of the door, coming from around where your feet are.
All right, I look down and I assume there's blood.
Pools of blood, yeah, just oozing out from underneath the door.
All right. At that, I keep the shotgun up and I just take a step away from the door, and I start turning around to see what's around me.
As you turn around, give me a roll of speed and evasion.
Evasion. hmm What does my one success get?
It's just a one success. I was just looking for a success. As you turn around, You are somewhat knocked forwards, but not off your feet to no damaging effect. You're just knocked forwards as the door to the gas station just gets burst off its hinges. Like we have the effect that we have little squibs on the door so that we have wood just go shattering in every
Okay.
direction as this creature just bursts out from inside the doorway.
Ah. Okay. What can I do anything or
Yeah,
can I react?
take your go.
I
You are the
alright.
actor. It is a character.
Basically, I instantly swing the shotgun around and I just pull the trigger and shoot.
All right, shoot it.
Yeah, at this point, I'm seeing all this, and well,
It is
uh,
technically still landed in the wreckage of the doorway in front of you, so it's not actually within swiping range of you. So it's just going to, it's not going to dodge, but it's going to give you like the environmental effect. So it's just going to roll a d4.
gotcha. What do I roll besides shooting? Speed,
You have a holdout shotgun,
Holdout
I'm sure.
shotgun, so it's body will shooting.
body will shooting. Gotcha.
Just
Or at least I'm assuming it's a holdout.
yeah. So yeah, because you got the one from Scooter, and Scooter's was this gas station shotgun. So yeah, fours are better.
Nothing.
So maybe Lori's supposition might be right. Maybe everyone just shit the shotguns.
But yeah, you know, basically in a panic, swing over and pull the trigger, and either I miss widely or it's bulletproof and the pellets pounce off. Take your pick.
Yeah. It is going to stare at you with those glowing yellow eyes, and I'm going to need you to roll your body, will, and presence.
Body will and presence. One success.
It is going to attempt to induce terror upon you.
And it can easily do that.
Yep. This otherworldly monster.
And so yeah, as I sat there, I swing over, I shoot, and then finally, as I look at it, I try to analyze it as a professor, and then it finally dawns on me like this thing doesn't conform to anything that I've ever seen. And even in my rational mind, the horror of it is finally crept in, and like you can see my eyes just go like,
Right. Also, the facet of it, it didn't try and dodge you. It did the environmental effect that any, like shooting a door would have had. So, to your mind's eye, to even the camera's eye, you shot it. You shot it, and it didn't even reel. It did nothing. You might even think it's bulletproof, like the bear did.
exactly. And so yeah, I'm gonna run.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are effectively terrified, though.
Yes. So is that an athletics roll?
Well, you're gonna run one, and then it is going to try and paralyze you.
Okay.
So you'll still be within range of it.
Oh dear.
As one of those movie scenes where you're running, and then we have that weird, horrible sound effect of like cicadas to the 1,000th degree as we zoom in on your head.
Yeah, and I'm like whipping my head back and forth as the sound's coming around me, and I'm just full on panic charging through the woods right now.
Yeah, so another roll of your body, will, and presence.
Body will improve.
This reminds me of the tarantula hawk wasps.
One
Their
success.
venom is so painful. That's what paralyzes the tarantulas that they use as incubators for their eggs.
Oh, I
So
didn't
it's
even.
paralyzing you with pain.
Sorry, I didn't even bring it to the token layer. There we go. Unfortunately, paralyzed as you are, there's not going to be much that you can do. And this is our scene where we see it moving around you ever so slowly as you're frozen in place. Although, oddly, you are paralyzed, but your eyes follow it.
Yeah.
And
It's not yet.
we have that look of sweat just dripping down you as it tears upon you. And then we see it hiss loudly, leap in your direction, which is also, ironically, the direction of the camera, as it goes right into the camera, and we pan back to the motel.
Gosh, I have to go after him. I can't
You're
let
a
him
fool.
die.
You're a
I know
fool
I am.
there.
I'm waiting for someone to literally just try to grab and stop me and my D4 body from leaving.
Um, yeah, you're a fool. Look, that guy over there, if he didn't stand a chance, the professor doesn't stand a chance. You don't know the professor or anything. You should stay here where it's safe. We'll be
But-
fine.
But he's our teacher.
It's not my teacher.
You never show up to class, so of course not at this point.
Yeah, well, school's out.
At this point, you hear a voice from behind you say, "What's happening?" And you recognize it's Claire's voice.
Claire, you're finally awake.
Claire, you're all right.
What's happening?
Don't worry about it. You just need to rest and get better. I think you took a bad spill. Do you remember anything?
I was behind you, and I reached for something in my pocket, and everything went dark.
Something hit you in the back of the head. You've got a head injury, but the power's out. I sent Tony to walk to the hospital to go ahead and get us some help.
I mean, as if to verify what you're saying, she reaches up and touches her head, and there's that little move,
Yep.
Touching something painful.
Oh, and
No, don't
everybody
move.
did-
I put something on that earlier that should reduce the swelling.
Here, take these. They're painkillers.
No more
She
drugs.
she takes them.
Yeah. Well, but that's what you do when you're hurt. You take painkillers. That's science.
Oh well. And Jamie just stutters, lost for words.
Okay.
Wait, that's
Look,
right, but it's wrong. But it's
all we have to do is sit here and wait for help to arrive. There's somebody out there being violent, and all we have to do is sit here and wait. Power's out. Just sit here and wait.
it's a wild animal, but it seems like it's just getting everywhere all the time. Maybe there's actually a lot of them. It could be a pack of wild animals.
Okay. All we have to do is light some candles so we can see, and then all we have to do is not sleep until morning.
Ah, thank God, no, he's handing out downers to everybody.
Everyone
man.
conks out in the next 5 minutes.
Well, I've been handing downers out to the people who are injured.
Thank
Everybody
God,
else can
no.
cover it.
Thank God, most people haven't taken them from you.
I know.
Give you a roll of mind and observation.
Hey, it's my favorite. 2.
Okay, James.
One success.
James, you recognize the cry of a cheetah's voice that you recognize.
I was waiting for this guy.
Oh yeah, there was that. I think I saw someone earlier. Maybe that's him. Maybe he's in another room. You can't tell me we can't just stay here and let him die.
Here. Here's
Oh
a
gosh, another one.
Here's a shotgun. Go for it.
I'm going out, and Jamie will run out.
Jamie, as you run out, you look left. You look to your left, and down to the office, the main motel office. You see the body of the cheetah sprawled out across the ground. It looks like its back has been ripped completely open. It's laying in the doorway, holding it open, and there on top of it is the creature.
Oh my gosh, it is a wild animal. I am gonna go ahead and take a knee to aim and shoot at it. Get out of here, you dang animal!
All right, it's going to give you the same environmental, just a D4.
Yeah, so this is body, will, I have no shooting, I have a D8. I'm going to go ahead and roll a D12 on this with my personality. And I'm going to roll my D6 star power with it.
Channeling the hero from your first movie.
Yeah, channeling everything into this, and all of that is better than a 4.
Well, the 1 isn't.
Oh, yeah, well, the 3 dice are.
All right, so you deal how much damage does the holdout do base?
A holdout shotgun base is 2 damage, so that would be 5.
All right, so first it goes to soak. Nope, I did 5, not 4. It only soaks 2, so it has
Oof.
3 remaining. It is going to tap Alien Soak
Whoa.
to remove the remaining damage.
It's so weird. It's like the individual pellets are all
Now, when
reflexively
you
going
tap
around a
Alien
magnetic field.
yeah, something weird happens and freaks all of us out.
Well,
It freaks
only
me out because I'm
James.
the
Yeah.
only one looking at it.
Huh. And it's almost like it's better served to have you afraid.
Oh my gosh, it has alien and monstrous together,
know,
meaning as soon as
I
you
was-
heard it.
I was joking about a Dan Dorman movie, and you actually put us in one.
All right, so that was you.
Yep, that was aiming and shooting, and now I am afraid, I believe.
Yes.
Because of terrifying things that have happened in front of
Okay,
me that
well,
defy my common sense.
if it tapped the alien soak, then I heard something weird.
Again, that weird cicada noise to the 100th degree.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like he's doing
Not quite
something
like
out,
that.
so I'm gonna go outside and look.
Yeah, I mean, even with the one success that you rolled before, once you're outside, you can see it. I mean, you see James kneeling and with a shotgun aimed, and you can't miss the dead body with a thing perched upon it.
Okay. So there is a monster and it's alive.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it seems
All right,
completely unaffected by the shotgun blast.
I'm gonna try and sneak up on it.
Well, you're right in front of it.
Oh, it's
Right, you're
right there.
stepping out into like the motel lot here.
Yeah, you're on the motel walkway, and the motel walkway leads directly to it. So literally, it's facing right towards you.
Oh well, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna aim and shoot it.
All right, like I said, it's going to give you the environmental effect of just a D4.
Yeah. Let me look up.
I've rolled 4 times now with an environmental D4, and every time I've rolled a 4. I know that's only
It's paid
25%
off every
chance.
single time. It's amazing.
Well,
Okay.
So roll well.
Okay.
I've
You.
done the defining gunshot of the scene. Let's see what you get.
Okay. You. I love you. You're not helping. Okay. Sorry, I gotta get this. He's come back. The other monster has come back.
It's alright. Cat pluses your rolls. It'll work out.
Oh, well, this is. Oh my God! So this is powered by everything but speed. I am the world's worst shot.
Yeah, body, will, and shooting.
I mean, that's yet to
All
be
right.
seen. We've seen 2 party members fall. One of them had
Unless
a
it's a
shotgun.
higher power shotgun, in which case just body will. But
So that's
Yeah.
4 damage, I believe.
hmm
No, I'm gonna tap my personality.
Okay. And okay, 5 damage. Do you have a favorite use to tap that
No,
1?
I don't have any shooting.
Okay, so we're back to 5 damage. First, I roll my soak. That's 1, so we're at 4 damage.
oh
You gotta
boy,
spend 4 points.
I am going
Panic and
to.
monstrous.
Well, yeah, I have that. I'm gonna have to. I tap Panic Soak and Monstrous Soak.
Yep.
Yeah, we scared it away with the hail of bullets.
I'm surprised
Well,
you didn't Benji.
I assume it's going to run off.
See, look at it
Yeah.
running just like a normal creature. I knew it.
Yeah, because the rest of the party is going to not the rest of the party. The rest of the NPCs. Well, the polar bear ain't doing nothing. He's still
Yeah.
shut off. The other two are going to stay in the room and protect the doorway as you guys are occupying the doorway. The monster takes 2 shotgun blasts from you. Seems to just jump off back into the darkness that is the forest's edge.
Oh God, did you see that? Oh my
Nope, too busy
gosh,
reloading.
this this radiation damage is more severe than I thought. Look, see, it's just a scared, pathetic creature like any others. It's not a monster at all.
I'm going to assume that since we're running out the clock and since we made it tap everything, that when we hold up, it's not going to come back.
You would assume wrong.
Okay,
Behind
well,
you, you hear the noise of those rotating windows being torn open.
rotating
Done.
windows.
You don't remember earlier I've described. You remember how older sometimes trailers and hotel rooms would have those little. You have a little crank and
Yeah,
they open up.
Wait. Okay, so I stepped outside, shot the thing. It disappeared, but somehow it got around me and back to the hotel room.
There's another one.
It jumped towards the woods, which goes behind the building, and that's where the window is.
Okay, I'm gonna go back in the hotel room.
Oh my gosh.
Right. And that's when you see the shadow in the window. Or it is the window now because it's in the window.
Oh, well, I'm gonna shoot it again if I can.
Go for it. Its round was there. You know, it gets rid of the panic. It's in the window now. Now it's your round.
Everyone, get down.
Well, that's a crappy shot.
Yeah, but it's only taking the D4s, so. You've hit it.
Well, that's a 4-point hit.
It takes 3.
That's still a 4-point hit. That's still 1 point left.
1 point. I don't think I have anything left.
You don't.
Nope, I don't. That's it. You shoot it, and it falls out the window. I mean, technically, you can't see it anymore. Do you run up to the window to verify that it's dead?
Oh my
No,
gosh,
I
you
shot-
got it.
Do you
I'm gonna run up and check it.
do, you do the Michael
No, I
Myers
shoved-
move and look out the window to see if it's still
Yeah,
I-
absolutely. Nothing bad could possibly
Yeah, I
happen.
shoved Jamie to go look.
Yeah, Jamie's gonna look.
Jamie, you poke your head out the window, and its body is laying there on the ground. You've killed it.
We've done it. It's dead. We're
Told you.
safe, everybody.
Bum bum bum. Dun, dun.
And-
This is a Dan Dorman. This was a Dan Dorman movie. You just end.
Well,
Movie's done.
unfortunately, my ending is more so that we pan back. We have like a time
Yeah,
montage
epilogue.
of no, not so much that we don't care about the characters really. We were here for the carnage, and then
Yeah.
we have the time lapse where the morning comes, and as we all might remember from the beginning, the sheriff makes his noon travel back around. And we see the carnage, and then we see all these other cop vehicles arrive, and then we have the voiceover of a radio announcer talking about the Last Chance Massacre and how these 5 people were arrested and are awaiting trial for the things that happened there.
Yes, 2 young underage subjects possessing firearms have been arrested today.
Police
Yeah.
allege heavy drug use was involved.
Well,
Somehow,
I mean,
yeah, because there's like a picture of like the drugs being found in Jamie's bag from Act
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, no. When the police show, yeah. Well, I mean the aftermath, but
Yeah, I'm
that
saying
was
you
an
can't really
outrage.
explain it because it's the movie end. That's how the movie ends. The characters don't
Right.
get to explain themselves at the end of the
Yeah.
movie.
No. You just see the headlines and the picture.
I mean, hold that for the sequel. Last Chance 2, Second Chances.
Yeah, where Jamie's now like hardened from a year in jail or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All we see as the shot pans away is a news report. He's like, police are on the scenes and they reported massive quantities of illicit substances on the scene.
So yeah, that's our movie.
Fine.
I do want to say this is an above average Dan Dorman.
But yeah, okay, let's go back to the characters. Hugo, what was your motto and what was your secret goal?
My secret goal was to separate the group when everyone should have gotten back together. So I kept trying to be on my own. So I don't
I
know.
would
I
agree.
don't know.
We should have stayed together. I would agree. He held to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, and then my other goal was never give up, never surrender. So I just kept trying to figure out what the thing was.
All right. For all these, I'll give you guys improved career. Unless you're
Yo.
already at D12s, and then I'll figure something else out later.
Yeah, so you get one improved career and you get one experience.
I mean,
point for the
assuming
motto.
that you accomplish your goal, but that's what I will give you if you have. Griffin, motto and goal.
Follow your star. My goal was to encounter the monster, but choose to believe it is something normal rather than a monster. Gosh, I made every decision to accidentally not encounter the monster until the climax.
I mean, if you guys were, if anybody was tuned into my side of the stream, I had the monster constantly moving around and killing people.
Yeah, I was watching that happen and giggling.
Yeah, where it was. So, like, it went to the gas station once. That's when you heard the shotgun blast, and it killed a couple of people. It ran away. That's why there were survivors there when you got there. So every time a scene happened, the monster was also doing something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, I think you lived up to that.
Yay.
All right, and Rafferty, motto and goal.
Yeah, my secret goal was to at the beginning pick one character and make sure they survive, and I chose Clara.
And Clara survived. I mean, she
Hey,
might get the death penalty eventually because George is that kind of state, but we'll
survived the movie.
yeah.
Well, what penalty? The only thing I shot was a monster whose cadaver is clearly there.
No,
You-
clearly the police are gonna say you all got hopped up on quaaludes and drugs and went into a homicidal rage and shot everybody.
Who knows how we explain things in the sequel? Maybe we do a pan back and the monster's gone.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or
we
it
do a
doesn't
Blair
at
Witch 2 and there was no monster. You
Yeah.
guys were the monsters.
Technically, you could have a post-credit scene where all of a sudden the police are walking around and there's no monster.
No, this is way too early for a post-credit scene.
Yeah, but in any event, yeah, I mean, we could also just sell out everyone else. Like there is an arms dealer here. But yeah, no.
All
But
right.
also, I did rename my character Lori Hurst when no one was watching, so that would also be appropriate.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, that was my secret goal. I picked one NPC. It was Claire, and my motto is "The world is my oyster."
Yep.
So basically, this is all for me and not for the rest of you. So
All makes sense.
Like I said, I'm not sure I should be playing jerk characters. I think I like you.
I mean, it works for you. All right, Arkloid, motto and secret goal.
We can have a secret behind the scenes expose where you just rant and rail while you're always getting typecast as the villainess.
I'm playing Flint Brock, who's playing Tony Paper. His motto is nothing to see here, and his goal was to fall while attempting an escape and fall to the monster's attack.
Your goal was to die.
Yes.
And who was the first person to die? You. So there you go.
Yeah, you did it.
It worked
I
out.
still thought I was going to be the first because I was stuck in the middle of the woods and I lost it. I was like, this is the moment where it's going to come up from behind me.
I'm gonna say I didn't plan for him to die first. In fact, I forgot your guys' goals before I even started. But the thing is that I actually wrote down 12 random trope-ish things from horror movies that I would love to see in it, and I just had you guys random roll. Like, one's not chosen. Choose to escape on foot down a dangerous path rather than taking a logical, safer route, or explore an abandoned place when given the chance. Deny the existence of the supernatural, explaining anything particular with science or of delusions.
Those are really good.
Find a means of escape, but have it fail you at the last moment. Lose a critical item for your own safety.
Do you have a listing of those? Because I have a list of my own secret goals.
No, I just made these 12 up. So when I had you guys roll, you could roll randomly.
You have them typed, so I should copy and paste yours to combine it with my list for stuff for the book.
Hold on. Where are you at?
Yeah, that'd
Well,
be a
here's
good idea.
Well, here's the thing. It should just be used as an example because it has to be like genre specific type.
Well,
Like an action movie would have a different list of goals.
I mean,
versus a
ironically, the
romance.
last one on my list is believe the monster is dead if killed without further investigation. So,
We did that, but none of us picked it.
Yeah, and in fact, I like that your goals are very specific. One nice thing about this goal system of giving everyone a secret goal is it keeps the thing, keeps us all guessing. But the other nice thing about it is normally, of course, people play a role playing game to win, and so getting killed is normally associated with losing.
Losing. But
Right,
So
but here
this
we're
is
all
the-
like
it's-
very much aware, and we're all playing like with a air of like we want to lose because losing is the fun part of this kind of
well, also with
scene.
the meta knowledge that when Tony dies on camera, Flint gets up and walks away to wash himself off.
Hmm.
So,
Well, also, I mean, you have to think of it also in the meta context of like, yeah, in a typical game, there would be like a monster, we defeat it, and then that would definitely be the victory. But in this, we're kind of like role playing it, so the goal is to either we fulfill our role in the story or we fit the secret goal that the GM gives
yeah,
us.
because random generation has been coming up quite a bit because there's some games that have lots of big random generation tables, and normally I'm not a big fan of that. But here, where this is specifically to motivate the plot, and we're getting what I like to call emergence because we don't know what it is, but what each other's goals are. We know we have them. Each of us have them. We don't know what they are. Then we're still playing it kind of blind, and it's kind of exciting because we don't know how the story is going to play out. We don't know who's going to live and who dies. And
I mean, I do think it was hilarious that Hugo immediately says, "I'm not going to split the party." I had him roll, and he literally rolled the item. Like, now that Raph can see the chart, if he even remembered what Hugo rolled,
I
was
thought it
literally it.
hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, we talked about it, and then you said roll, and then I was like, of course, that was my secret goal. So yeah, that was a good one.
Because
So, yeah,
it's classic horror movie tropes. It's like, well, what always happens? Well, at least obviously the characters wouldn't really do that, but if they're incentivized, because the thing is about goals, if you're a power gamer, right? If you play to win and all that stuff, well, how do you win in this? You get experience. You get experience to level your character. So you means you want to accomplish goals to get that experience or those gifts, which means that you might do things that aren't in your best interest because they're in your best interest.
Yeah. No, I think that's it's simple. What I like about it is it's simple. You can just tell a player this is your secret goal, work it into the game somehow, and that brings back a kind of an improv spirit to it. So without necessarily being incredibly artificial. Like I don't know if anyone here has played Fiasco.
I've watched it played.
Okay. I mean, Fiasco, I think, is a fun exercise, but I think Fiasco is a lot more about crafting the entire story exercise and not necessarily about executing it. I mean, it can still be fun, but it's a lot more sculpted than this. So, and I personally I enjoy Emergence.
Yep, it's fun.
But I think we only got 5 more minutes before the next thing starts, right?
Yeah, I was really pushing when I saw the clock. We have 30 minutes left. I've got 3 people still alive.
We tried.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I had a bunch of endings in my head of how this thing was going to go down, including
If
ones.
everyone is dead, if there's a sole survivor, if there's a group, if
Yeah.
literally everyone makes it out okay.
There's done tons of these movies. I had lots of stuff to draw on.
Yep.
I mean, I had characters with backstory and background and things to tell you in case you interacted with them. Like, you had the professor in her room, the character you never asked her what her name was. The monster also had weaknesses that I couldn't type into the game. Like, it's weak to light and it's weak to water.
Yeah,
I
I
think
saw
if you
you give out that hint, and it's just like, we can't use this because only one person knows it.
yeah, and I basically was by myself the whole time.
Well, I was thinking I would lure it next to the car and then shoot the car to set the car on fire or make Molotovs. But
Yeah.
no.
My insistence on making this a one-shot meant that I really had to shoehorn the
and
last
also,
half in.
One thing, and once again, the thing I really love about the game is the way monstrous soap works, how it motivates the creature to scare you. And then once you're scared, it's like, now I get an extra D12 to murder you. and
Mhm.
that's better than just giving the monster like raw power. Like just give the monster raw power, it wouldn't matter what it did, it just has better numbers. Instead, the monster deliberately scares you, and then people who aren't, and wounding it to remove that scary bonus, we're motivated to do that, to shoot it to remove monstrous soak so we can protect people who would get vulnerable. It's a very simple rule, but it invokes this huge cascade of horror movie special effects, and I really dig
I mean, your win is also all that much more deserved, since technically this thing was like a super knot. You were meant to die in this movie, and you pulled it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that was
I'm,
crazy.
I'm a little surprised that I rolled as crappy as I did and still managed to.
Well, my thing is that this creature was rolling environmental dodge, basically, just a D4, because
Yeah.
it wouldn't know to dodge, and it doesn't really get affected by all that much. So it's like, it's not dodging.
So that was
Yeah,
that
it's
was
had like
pure,
20 people try to shoot it. Nothing happens. Its experience now is this is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, it's not dodging.
power
So it's just the environment. You're rolling against your own inability to fire a gun.
I know, and it was my power of love for Claire, because I can't believe like that last roll where it just rolls a 1, and then the last soak it only soaked 1 point. Like I can't believe that. If that hadn't happened, it wouldn't be dead. We'd all be dead.
Yep, like I said, the script said you died, and you all, as actors, improv'd the ending where you survived.
The important thing is that Claire survived.
Of course, otherwise you wouldn't have accomplished your goal.
Yeah. So this movie can like go down in history as like very pro alternative relationships, because we've got the professor and Griffin's relationship, and then we've got my relationship with Claire.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Jamie's
Put some
relationship is over now, I think.
We can put some gay subtext in here.
We'll fix it in post.
Because, I mean, the professor didn't survive, so... I mean, if I didn't make that
Yeah,
clear, the professor died back at the gas station.
Well, yeah, but he still had a relationship.
I think that's the problem, is that I'm the original writer, and I get replaced in the sequel, and they're like, the professor lived, right? And I'm like, no, he died. What are you talking about? Well, it didn't happen on camera. It's like, oh, fuck me.
Bad movies do that all the
Yeah,
time.
you added like the extra special edition scene where he's like crawling to escape.
No. I'm the crazy. I am now the other crazy old man in the woods.
Yeah, I tried to have 2 old men, and 1 crazy that you would suspect, and 1 that knew everything. Literally in my notes, I have crazed old man and exposition old man. So,
I think that
I could be expedition old man who lives.
well,
in the
I
woods.
turned my exposition old man into a woman. That's why I kept getting confused every time I talked about the crocodile lady, because she's supposed to be exposition old man in my notes. It turns into a younger woman.
No, the pacing was good. The structure was pretty good, but I need to get going, and also the new thing's going to happen. So thanks everybody for coming by. This has been Urban Jungle, which is going to be it came from the drive-in, which will eventually be on sale. But I'm going to go ahead and mess up your call by dropping out. Or do you need me to stay?
See y'all later.